right? None of this has anything to do with religion. Want to talk about religion? Judaism is not a religion. Next. Religion is dangerous. What must we teach the world? That we are not here to solve our problems, since we can't seem to do that anyway. We're not here to solve our problems. We're here to serve the Creator who has a master plan for his creation. And he chose us to lead the project in making this world the godliest of all worlds. More heavenly than heaven. So let's get to it. Stop trying to get to heaven. Bring God down to earth. Got to tell everybody that. God did not create the world for us to get to heaven. He created the world so that he can be on earth. So don't die. It's not a good idea. This is not where you belong in heaven. You belong here. Does that sound like a religion? Or does that sound like common sense? So no more debate. The Muslim says, but we know when we die, we're going to go to heaven. Gay Gesundheit. You really want to go? Go. Have fun. Knock yourself out. But you're crazy. Why are we apologizing? If you're going to respond, which you probably shouldn't, but if you're going to respond to all these accusations, do it from a place of complete confidence, complete surety that we got it right. If you'll listen, we'll share it with you. If you don't listen, too bad. But I'm not defending myself. No more IDF. Israel is not meant to defend itself. It's meant to change the world. You changing the world? No more defensiveness. It's time to change the world for the better. Israel should be at the center of it. All right, what else do you want to talk about?
You had a question? Answered?
What was the only topic that you asked?
I know that the rabbi wanted to talk about relationships. We had the Hollywood, the love and Hollywood conversation. So maybe that's a good scapegoat into the relationship topic.
Yeah.
Any advice?
If it's true, and it is, if it's true that a healthy human being would rather be needed than needy, is that true? A human being needs to be needed, to be necessary, not loved. I don't need to satisfy my needs. That's not human. That's an animal. Or a plant. A plant has needs. If you satisfy its needs, it's a healthy plant. An animal has needs. If it satisfies its needs, it's happy. But a human being who has all their needs satisfied is depressed. Is that true? If all your needs were satisfied, you would go into depression. Why? Because Now what? What do you mean, now what? You got it. You're done. You have all your needs. That is so depressing. Because we're not meant to satisfy our needs. That's not human. That's an animal. Back in the 70s, every Jew who had any ambition or any guts was practicing Buddhism. They all went off to Japan and to India and to Tibet, and they were all practicing Buddhism. At some point, the gurus in India started sending them home. There was one particular woman came to our program in Minnesota. She was the Dalai Lama's right-hand man. She was way up there in the Tibetan Buddhism. And then one day he said, you should go back to your tradition. And she thought, this is a decent man. He's not here to recruit. Yeah? But then she found out he wanted her to leave because she was changing Buddhist philosophy. She was reshaping Buddhism. But he said, you got to go. What was it? When you reach a certain level of meditative excellence, you come to a place of absolute bliss, where you are absolutely content. The Jewish guys who went there grew through the stages very quickly and got to that level of absolute contentment. And they got so excited that they said, wow, this is incredible. What should we do now? And I said, no, now you're done. And they just, yeah, so let's do something. I said, I think you better leave. You're destroying everything we believe. When you reach a place where you have no more needs, that's when you get really idealistic and you want to change the world. Hey, that's so Jewish. If you're content, sit quietly and enjoy. No. Before I continue with my monologue, where I do all the talking, I want to invite you to a VIP session, a Zoom session, in which we get together to actually have a conversation and discuss all things Jewish, all things holy, all things healthy. So click on the link below and join us, where we can have a two-way conversation. A human being, write this down, a human being is never content being human. That's why we're not animals. Animals are content to be animals. Vegetables are content to be vegetables. Human beings, by definition, a human being is never content being human. Because what did I accomplish? I was born human, I died human. Human beings cannot be content with being human. That's just nature, not religion. Now, you want to be something more than human? What have you found so far that is more than human? If you're the fastest runner, are you more than human? If you're the best swimmer, you're more than human? No, you're getting a little closer to the animal. You swim like a fish. You run like a deer. To be more than human means to become an angel? No, angels are not greater than humans. Angels have no free choice. So how do you get to be more than human? Become godly. Don't be such a creation. Become a little more like your Creator. A little piece of God. How do you do that? Do what God does. He keeps Shabbos. Keep Shabbos. He hates pork. Hate it with him. That's how we fix the world. And that's your message in marriage, because if you're in that mindset, I am here to serve, you're going to have a good marriage. If you're thinking, what am I getting out of this marriage? Probably not much. It all goes together. The way we go about being Jews, that's how we go about being married. That's how we go about raising children. We do everything in that style. A relationship with God and a relationship with a spouse, they're the same thing. The way one goes, that's how the other goes. So if you're trying to get goodies from God, you're probably trying to get goodies from your wife. Doesn't work either way. And we haven't talked about religion yet. Right? None of this has anything to do with religion. Want to talk about religion? Judaism is not a religion. Next. Religion is dangerous. Serving the purpose for which you were created? It makes a lot of sense. Why is that religious?
You ask a question. Why is religion dangerous?
Why is it dangerous? It has become very self-serving. It's just another form of gluttony. Give me heaven. Give me a bigger piece of heaven. A front seat, the best seat. Knock it off. I want to be with the saints when they come marching in. God is not an ATM. But that's what religion has become. So actually, I was talking to this minister. He was very, very nice, but very to the point. We were introduced, and the first words he said was, "So do you accept the Savior?" He wasn't being antagonistic, or he just wanted, like, let's put it all on the table. Do you believe in the Savior? I said, actually, I'm not looking for God to save me. I want to serve God. The man started to cry. He says, I never thought of that. God exists to serve me? How does that make sense? God save you, God love you, God protect you, God take you, God bring you, God. And what do you do for him? Just let him save you. Islam, same thing. I'll go to heaven, I'll have virgins. Buddhism, I'll be enlightened, I'll be blissful, Is anybody doing anything for God? Even Jews have caught the bug. You do more mitzvahs, you get more reward, you get to heaven. Stop it. Judaism is, what can we do for God? And going to heaven is not the answer. So it's not a religion in the sense, and have other religions going in the opposite direction. Bring God down to earth because that's what he wants. You want to go to heaven? In your spare time. If you enjoyed this conversation or this topic and you're looking for more information, or you want to hear it again from another angle, there's a way to do that. And that is in this book. It's all there. Order it from Amazon. You can read it, reread it, and share it.